Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We're going to talk about the Marineland auction. We have the co-owner and vice president of Bozard Ford Lincoln, Letti Bozard, in studio today. We will get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Facial Rejuvenation Center, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds, St. Augustine Handy Houses, and Sonny's Barbecue. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and you can download our app from the Apple App Store. All right, good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy hump day.
Happy hump day.
It's Wednesday.
Frozen.
Yes, it's a little burrish.
Yeah, I took a picture, burrish.
Not my
name drop.
burrish.
I took a picture of my windshield because it wasn't just frosty; it was like iced thick. Mm-hmm. I had to sit there in my driveway for a really long time, with the heater on to try and break through the ice. It was crazy. I don't know what happened.
We're not used to that in Florida.
No, I did not leave time to thaw my windshield.
Yeah. Letti and I were talking before the show. We're thinking about moving to Florida.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, so I don't know
a little more Florida than
what this is. But bring my Florida back.
It's a mess. That's what this is. So, you did an amazing live stream at the Veterans Day ceremony and memorial. Yep. That was awesome. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Troy.
Blake,
how was that?
Blake, it was a beautiful ceremony. Mm-hmm. They did. I mean, Bill Dudley is just an amazing. I mean,
he's a fantastic human.
89 years old, and just the MC of a ceremony. You know how hard it is. Like, we screw up on a regular basis.
100%.
But I mean, he's so freaking sharp. He's just an amazing man.
He is.
So as he's up there doing the speeches and stuff like that, I'm just like, man, I just want to be like that guy.
I want to be him when I grow up.
I want to be like that guy.
He's pretty awesome.
He's had an incredible career in what he's done for veterans, and the ceremony they did the passing of the torch. Mm-hmm. If you get a chance, you can go back and watch it on Facebook. I saw Bobby. So
yeah.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby was there. I didn't see him until he stood up for the Air Force.
Was Sheriff Hardwick a speaker?
No. Sheriff Shore was the representative of Desert Shield.
Okay.
And I did see Sheriff Hardwick there, who him and Kendall will be in next Tuesday.
Okay.
So
get Kendall in studio?
Woo-hoo. Yeah, we get Kendall in studio.
She's busier than the sheriff. We can get the sheriff. We can't get Kendall.
We're getting a good Hardwick.
The greater Hardwick.
They're both good.
They're awesome. How you doing today, Blake?
I'm doing great back here. It's fun.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Joey Logano, the most recent Ford NASCAR champion.
Obviously.
I do have lots of reservations of putting up Joey Logano because I'm not a fan of Joey Logano, but since we have...
You are a fan of Ford.
Yes.
Wow. Look at you putting yourself out.
Yep.
How you doing today, Letti?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's been a minute.
Sorry we dragged you out on a chilly day.
Yeah, the coldest day.
On my way here this morning, I was preparing to announce my move. I was quitting my job. I was getting a condo somewhere in South Florida. Yeah. But by the time I got here and remembered how much I love this place, I'm gonna stick it out.
They got iguanas falling out of trees over there.
Yeah, I'd probably fall over too. I'd be like,
I would for sure get an iguana to the head. That's just the way that would happen.
You would.
I would. It's me. I would definitely take an iguana to the head. That's my luck.
Why is Amanda not here? She got hit by an iguana again.
She's laying sideways on the sidewalk next to an iguana. How are you doing? Do we have a question of the day?
All right, question of the day. Today is National Happy Hour Day. All right? I know a lot of people celebrate this day every day. But today is National Happy Hour Day. But the question is, throughout your happy hour career. All right, Blake has a very short happy hour career, so I don't know if he's going to be participating.
Has he attended a happy hour?
I don't think he has. But what is the best happy hour you've ever attended?
The best one I've ever attended was the one I was working. I didn't even get to drink. TGI Fridays, when I worked there in Destin.
Were you wearing
in
all the swag
the
and
90s?
stuff?
Yes, I worked with the stripes.
gosh.
With the
You had the
I
flare?
still have my suspenders because that's a moment. And the hats, I had 3 different hats I would cycle between. And so, yeah, I worked there. We had dollar apps, and it was like you got 3 buffalo wings or you got 3 potato skins or 3 fried mott sticks, and they had the big fat fried mott sticks. So it was really good food. We had to set up this whole buffet, and you just got a plate for like $1, and then you got to go pick what you wanted, 3 of whatever you wanted, and they had buy one get one drinks. And so I worked it. I had a lot of fun working it, and I looked forward to attending one day, and I moved before I was old enough. Oh well.
All right.
Yes.
There's your
Yeah, I can send you pictures
flare.
from my TGI Fridays days.
Yeah.
Special time.
Yeah. All right, Letty.
All right, so
I know this is, not one of your favorite subjects.
no,
happy hour.
this is a beloved holiday
Yes,
in
it
my
is.
family.
It is. It's
We really like to celebrate it well, and this is why. Because when I was a kid, long before I probably should have been at happy hour, late elementary school, middle school, my dad and his gang, who I won't name names, but y'all would know most of them, but maybe their adult children don't know these stories, so I'm just not going to name their names. My dad had a Scarlett O'Hara's happy hour gang.
All right.
And every Thursday night, it didn't matter if it was a hurricane or potentially Christmas Eve. Like, it didn't matter. My dad was at Scarlett O'Hara's. And so often he was on school pickup duty or after school sports pickup duty, and it was Thursday. So we were going to Scarlett's. And I would sit under the table, and there was this bartender, waitress that was kind of like their bartender, their waitress she knew them because you go to bar long enough, you become like, those are your people, right?
That's your person.
And every time they would get a round of drinks, she slid a Shirley Temple under the table for me. Nice. And like, this is how ingrained this was in our life. I was in the hospital one time as a kid for like 2 weeks, had some sort of respiratory thing and whatever. And she came to the hospital and brought me a Shirley Temple.
My gosh,
this was a serious
Was it on a
family.
Thursday?
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure. But
I was working. It was probably on Friday.
But yeah, so like happy hour is in me.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I've had a lot of awesome happy hours, but that one probably has to be those have to be my favorite because that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a Scarlett O'Hara's girl before Scarlett's was like a college bar.
Yeah.
Scarlett's used to be when I was a kid, my dad was going, it was an adult bar.
They didn't have the other porch
didn't have the
out
other part.
there.
Yeah, 100%. You were inside, whatever. So, and it was like full blown grown ups, like after work kind of happy hour, true happy hour people. So
that's a fun memory.
No.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, and I can't even follow that.
So we'll send it to Blake.
Yeah, what were you doing when you were 8, Troy? Were you at the bar?
I was at the ballpark drinking.
Yeah. I believe that.
But was it the same crew that was the Shivers crew?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know
like
the
I
entire
said,
crew.
Naming no names, but there was a crew.
If I'd have walked in, they'd be like, "Hey, kid." They called me kid the entire time. So
that's
all of them
hilarious.
called me kid, no matter where I was at. So, Blake, do you have any happy hour
stories
that might involve me even like you've done some happy hours with me at Teeny. So
yeah,
he does I do the Troy Teeny, he does the Virgin Troy Teeny, so he just does the ginger
What's
ale.
that, water? Ginger ale?
He just does ginger ale.
It's a Virgin Teeny. Sad is what it is. That's what it is.
Mine is they used to have a great happy hour at Columbia. And Columbia, they did like the grandma's pies, and they would give you a slice with your first drink.
Okay.
You got a slice of pizza with you, and it was like just the place to go. And sometimes if you left and came back, they'd still give you that free slice.
They forgot you were there.
You slide down to Scarlett's, and he's like, "Oh, hey, here you go."
That's why you wear 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Take off the outer shirt, come back with the undershirt.
Yeah. This is when I had hair and was somewhat attractive, so I probably
What is that?
I probably got a little extra
What's happening to your chair right now?
I don't know.
I gotta give an honorable mention. So this happened just after happy hour, but like my favorite night at the bar was my husband spilled a drink on the bar and it got on my purse, and that's how we met. And
That's
that
so
was
weird.
Oh, wow.
21 years ago. He spilled a drink
Today,
on the
right?
bar. Yeah. Yeah.
And today.
21 years ago yesterday we met, and then
You married today.
married today. We married on our 2-year and 1-day anniversary.
Okay. Weird connection, though.
Okay.
The first time Blake's mom and I went out was at Scarlett's, and she spilled a rum and Coke on me.
So for all the young kids out there,
So
the
it just
best
kinda
pickup
wraps-
line is
it
just
kinda-
for your drink.
It kind of
Spill your
wraps
drink.
it,
Yeah.
so it wraps it all around.
So I
All
wasn't
with
mad
one
at him
story.
because
It's
he
so funny.
immediately jumped behind the bar and got a towel and he cleaned it up and he like took care of it and he ordered me another drink and like, so it wasn't like just spilled booze on me and like laughed and walked away. Like he took care of me and I just kind of got enveloped into his group of guys after a softball game. They were the Panama Hatties softball team. And so they were drinking
Sounds
after a
right.
game. And so it was me with a bunch of guys that had
that
just played
tracks well.
softball.
Yeah, this is super on brand for St. Augustine.
Yeah,
tracks
100%. Panama Hatties on like a Tuesday or Thursday.
All love stories of St. Augustine involve a drink being spilled.
Yep. 100%. So if you don't have an opening line, gentlemen, spill your drink. Make sure you do the least amount of damage as possible and clean it up. Be very gracious, and she will talk to you, I
Tim,
promise.
you might be too young for this, Letty, but Tim said Holiday and Sister Sally's had a great happy hour too.
My mom was
So-
a Sister Sally's fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I was never old enough to go to Sister Sally's,
Yeah.
but I was the kid at home when she came home from Sister Sally's, so I understand.
You know it was a good one.
I know it was a good bar.
Saw the aftermath. It had to have been a good time.
So,
That's awesome.
So that what you're saying is a rum and Coke caused me.
Yeah,
There are worse causes.
Years later, Blake, you came along 5 years later. So
So how do you like rum and Coke? All right, now it's time for a quick check the weather.
it's cold,
That quick check.
damn cold,
That quick check the
really
weather.
cold.
That
Go ahead, you're doing great.
quick check of the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street. With over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker, it's a perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after-work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music throughout the week. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
Traffic's moving fine.
It is.
It is.
moving along.
You like that?
All right, that's it.
That's it. That Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's historic hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. Moving into the news, Marineland Stunner Aquatic Park likely saved as Preservation Group wins bankruptcy auction. A stunning development in the future of Marineland Dolphin Adventure, the historic attraction near St. Augustine now appears headed for preservation after a dramatic bankruptcy auction ended with a surprise victory for a Florida-based group determined to keep it as a marine park. The U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Delaware named Apex Association the winning bidder for Marineland's assets, including the property, dolphins, and other marine animals, with a $7.135 million bid made up of $6.5 million in cash and $635,000 in non-cash assets. The sale comes amid Chapter 11 proceedings for Leisure Investment Holdings, LLC, the Mexico-based owner that blamed financial struggles at several of its aquatic parks for the bankruptcy filing. Marineland's future had seemed destined for redevelopment after Texas real estate developer Craig Cavalier won an earlier auction last month with a $7.1 million bid, topping Hudson Company for control of the iconic waterfront property. But the process took a turn when a third group, led by John and Barbara Rubel of Green Cove Springs, marine mammal advocate Jack Kaswick, and former Marineland manager Felicia Cook, petitioned the court to reopen the auction, arguing their preservation-focused bid had been unfairly excluded. Judge Lori Silverstein agreed to reopen the bidding, setting the stage for Monday's upset result. The court is expected to finalize the sale on Wednesday. Marineland, which opened in 1938 as the world's first oceanarium, has been a fixture of Florida tourism and marine research for nearly 9 decades, hosting generations of visitors and countless marine animals. The Rubel-backed group's earlier proposal included $4 million in cash and another $1.5 million in startup funding to sustain operations. Cavaliers Group ultimately finished second in the new round, and the Hudson Company closed behind with $7.05 million. Barbara Rubel said Marineland holds a deep emotional connection for Floridians. Almost everyone we know says, I went there when I was 10, and now they're 75, she said, and as such a part of this area's history. If approved, the sale could mark a major victory for local preservationists, securing Marineland's legacy as one of Florida's most storied and beloved landmarks. I'm so excited about this, but I'm cautiously optimistic. The judge has not approved this yet. It's not finalized. So I have saved my champagne. It's on ice for after my kids' Sadie Hawkins dance tonight, pending what the judge says.
And we'll give a report right after the court, because Blake, did we get the link?
We do have the passcode and the meeting ID, so we do have it.
We'll watch him. We can't do any filming, but obviously it's in the courtroom. Yep. So we can't do anything with that, but we'll be on the live link. So as soon as it is reported, hopefully with good news, and congratulations to this whole team, because they worked so hard.
They absolutely did.
Rubels and Felicia and Jack and all that entire team put something together really, really fast, and it was not easy to do what they've done. So congratulations to them to even be where they're at right now.
Absolutely. And this type of thing is really complicated. Like, I have not ever experienced anything to the scope of what they're doing, but just I don't know that a ton of people know this, but when we bought back in 2018 the Gander Mountain building, which is now our Lincoln Ford's Garage, what everybody knows is that building, it was Gander Mountain, and that went through a bankruptcy, had an auction piece of the puzzle, and I was like wandering through the wilderness. I'm like, what do I have to do? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? Yeah. Because there was just layer after layer after layer of processes that you have to go through in that situation. So, like you said, kudos to them for putting in the work. If that that they're passionate about, let's put the work in.
Professional bankruptcy attorney in Delaware to make it happen, and they really put themselves out there to save these animals. So.
Yes, I don't know the Rubels, and
we're definitely rooting for you.
I don't know Kaswick, but I do know Felicia Cook. I have had some experiences with her as a former employee. She really loves the area. She really loves Marineland. She loves these animals, and she has a passion for making sure that this is a lasting area for research, for people to fall in love with these animals. She wants to make sure these animals are taken care of properly. So I have a lot of hope for the future of Marineland under the guidance of Felicia Cook.
I think it's in good hands. The funny thing about what happened on Monday is I had contacts with two of the bidders.
Yeah.
One of the bidders let me know what happened, but the attorney hadn't let Felicia know yet.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And
I know nothing.
I'd already sent her a congratulations. She's like, and then she found out like almost minutes later. It almost happened simultaneously, because I thought she was in the call, but it was just the attorneys that were in the call, the people actually doing the bidding. And she came back and says, "I can't talk," because they were put on a kind of a gag order until it actually hit the courts. So she did exactly what she was supposed to do. And it was kind of a funny moment, but I'm really happy for them, and happy definitely for the animals, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes developers aren't always bad, but if you don't have a plan for the animals.
Yeah. And kudos to this judge, because she really did consider the welfare of these animals. And it's not just, the legacy and the history of the location, but also that this is the home for 1,200 living beings, 1,200 plus living beings, and she really considered part of the, my understanding, part of the non-financial assets was the fact that they didn't have to move, didn't have to relocate all of these living animals to a new home, and so she really cared about the well-being of these animals on site at Marineland, and that's good to hear. I was really afraid. This is in the hand of a judge in Delaware. I was very afraid that it was just going to be about the numbers, and she really cared about what Marineland is and that it's the home to lots and lots of critters.
Luckily, they looked at it as assets and the actual dollar amount, because the other ones had a higher dollar amount, but they didn't have the assets in, and they didn't have, okay, this is going to save, which actually saves the lending group money, and it came out to about, it was really close. It came out to about $35,000 more.
So
but
crazy.
They gave them credit for that.
Yeah.
So, if they didn't give them credit for that, it could have went kind of in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So congratulations, guys. We'll
Awesome.
hopefully have even better news after the 10 o'clock hearing.
We hope so.
So
All right. Now we have Letti here.
we have Letti Bozard.
I know. We've got stuff to talk about.
And it's Bozard, not Buzzard.
I think I was just at the end of that ad campaign. I think I just, either in my first year I was hearing it or I had just missed it.
Were you under the table at Scarlett's when that ad campaign came out?
I'm sure. Yeah, I was
where-
under the
that's
table at
where all the
Scarlett's
work-
for years, guys. That's what's wrong with me.
That's where the-
I'm blaming it all
that's
on my
where-
dad.
That's where all the work happened.
Yeah, it's where all the work happened. There, I think over the history, 75 years of the dealership, there's been 2 or 3 different kind of renditions of the Buzzard campaign. It's been
Funny.
probably 15 or 20 years since the last one, but yeah, no Buzzard right now. I think I told that story one time here.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
like, guys, we just can't make the leap.
Yeah.
We just can't get to a dead carcass eating bird like
Yeah.
Not in
yet
2025.
to be our guy that really hasn't got your back.
He was a cute,
The marketing folks haven't gotten there yet.
He was a cute buzzard.
He was really cute, but he still is what he is. So.
Yeah. Still a buzzard.
I mean, you still have some of the.
My brother has a framed golf towel with the buzzard on it, and in his office, and there we actually have a current rendition of the buzzard who's really cute.
Yeah.
And we have a girl one. She has a little bow in her head, and we use it internally for some fun stuff with our
Yeah.
team.
Gotcha.
We just don't. We don't really let them. We
not
don't let them fly out there and represent us at this point.
It's a different world.
Different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Letty, we're going into Christmas time, and we were talking right before the show. Ford has launched a new campaign about interest free. Is that what I heard?
0%. 0% is back.
0%. Wow.
Yeah, 0%'s back on a lot of models. It had been scheduled with multiple manufacturers. We're looking at that. It's been a couple of years. Interest rates have been high, and they haven't really had the ability to offer that. So it's a great program for General Motors, Ford. A lot of the other manufacturers are doing it as well. And for us, it was scheduled late in December, almost kind of like late in November, like a December campaign. And just we came into it. Sometimes we hear about things just when the public hears about them. It's great fun. Just keeps us on our toes. Oh wow! Surprise! Today this is what it looks like. Recalls are the same way. Someone will call and be like, "I need to make an appointment for my recall," and we're like, "Hold tight." Oh, yeah, you do have a recall. We just found out about that, too. Anyway, they pulled it back to the early November, so it started last week. And, yeah, we've lots of models, and we're busy. Things are busy. Like I was telling you, there's people kind of fall into 3 categories. What's important to them when they're buying a car? It's either their payment, their interest rate, or the actual total that they're paying for the vehicle. And there's no way to know until they tell us, hey, this is what's important to me. Yeah. And interest rate's a big chunk of people. It matters to them. They pay attention to how much they're totally paying for that car. Yeah. If you add in the interest that you pay over however long you think you're going to keep it or whatever. And so we like it when 0% comes around. It gets us a chance to help people get into the vehicles and get the payments that they want and stuff like that. So.
In my mind, it would be a tiebreaker for me. Like, okay, I don't need a car, but I kind of need a car, but I don't need a car. Oh,
0 inch?
0 inch?
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it definitely helps you bump over the edge if you're not in the need. Yeah, you're like, strangely, I all of a sudden need a car. I wanted one yesterday, but today I need one. Yeah. Isn't it crazy how we justify things for ourselves? Keep going, Troy. Keep justifying it. Come buy a new car.
It's halfway free if it's zero interest.
And Blake will tell you, like, I was down at Best Buy and they did like an interest-free thing, and I was like, oh, okay, give me one of those too.
Yeah, and I'll take it. Thank you.
Totally fall for it. So, but I mean, but it's just the way your mind, like when you're purchasing, it takes away that guilt. Like, oh, it's interest-free.
Yeah.
So,
I'm actually paying what's on the ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
actually.
so, they need to get their butts down to Bozard Ford right now.
100%.
So, all right, you're wearing a Flagler.
I am. I'm
So-
representing today.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm representing today.
And you're still on the board of trustees, aren't you?
I joined the board of trustees late last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so fun.
So I went to the event at Flagler with the new grand opening of everything. Oh my gosh, that was just a huge event. It was amazing.
It was awesome. The renovation of Ponce is stunning. So I wear all the Flagler hats. So I'm an alum. My brother, obviously an alum. Grace, my oldest daughter, has graduated from there. I currently have a freshman living in Ponce.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've seen all the nooks and crannies of Ponce. And then I'm also on the board of trustees. So yeah, I have
You got
I
it
got
all
it all
covered.
covered, on the Flagler College thing. I just love that college and what it represents for me personally and our community and all that kind of stuff. So the Ponce renovation is gorgeous.
It is.
Like, it's really gorgeous, and it's such a balance between preserving, some of those pieces that of the design inside of it and the old.
Well,
they did this
the
beautiful.
steel beam, it is absolutely
It's
amazing.
gorgeous, right?
You
They
saw
say-
our
I haven't
image.
been in to see
Did you
that.
did you see the video Blake and I did in there?
Yeah.
They did a steel beam. It's the same manufacturer who did like the Statue of Liberty, and I mean like all
Yeah.
the big buildings in New York. And
It's gorgeous.
It was left exposed.
Yeah.
Good job, AD Dave.
Yeah. Good job, AD.
And they were able to salvage so many pieces, just like little details, like the application of certain wood that was on the walls and stuff like that. So there's so much of the historical pieces of that design now paired, because it used to be when I went to college I lived in Ponce, and it felt like Henry Flagler was indeed my next door neighbor. Like, we were living in Henry Flagler's space.
Yeah.
So they paired that now with a lot of modern, comforts for the students, which is important because while being from here, being a Flagler alum, I probably have more appreciation or like more the fact that it represents what it has always been. But Flagler is trying to attract students, right?
Yeah.
We want to attract students to see what Flagler's all about from an education standpoint. And those dorms, to some degree, were not an attractor at some point, right? Because they're looking at other colleges.
It was very hot when I was there.
Absolutely, me too. I was in the no AC days as well. But they're all those students are looking, whether they're from here or they're from somewhere else, they're looking at colleges that might have brand new dorms, right?
Yeah.
And kind of all of the comforts that they want to have in their dorm room. And so the Ponce renovation partners both of those things like really, really well. The rooms still have these cool old fireplaces. They can't light them, but the mantles and the fireplace things are in there. But then the bathrooms are awesome and the rooms are beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So you get both of that.
That's cool.
And it's really great. We're super
I think
proud of it.
John Valdez did most of the fireplaces.
Yeah,
what
they
I learned on
restored a
that.
lot
Yeah.
of the fireplaces. They're gorgeous.
That's
He worked with Mike on that. But one of the things I love about Flagler College is, I came here because of Flagler College. I would not be in St. Augustine if it wasn't because of Flagler College. But how much stronger it makes our community for the people that stay from, it adds to our culture in a lot of different ways. Blake grew up here, he went to Flagler, you grew up here and you went to Flagler, but I'm talking about the people that come from, Massachusetts and come from Iowa and come from South Dakota, and then they end up staying in our community. It makes our community stronger. And
Absolutely.
I've seen it here and in DeLand where Stetson's at. Stetson's DeLand's a little podunk town, but Stetson gives it culture.
Yeah.
And I like that combination.
Yeah, absolutely. We have one Tuesday a month, we have like our entire management team, all the way down to say assistant manager, supervisor level, folks in the dealership. Once a month, we all get together. There's about 30 people in the room. And, so that meeting happened to be yesterday, and I had a guest at the meeting because a month or so ago, I was a guest speaker at a Business 101 class at Flagler College. So freshmen and sophomores who've declared their major, in business. And I met a young student there that day who had sold cars like when he was in high school, right? And so I had invited him out to the dealership. We coordinated, and yesterday ended up being the day. So he joined that meeting. And as I was introducing him, I asked everybody in the room to raise their hand. Now, this is my team that works at Bozard Ford. I asked everybody in the room to raise their hand that graduated from Flagler College, and there was 5 people out of 30 on my management team that graduated from Flagler College. 3 of them, having come here for Flagler College, ended up staying, to make your point, and now are working on a team for with me.
Part of your leadership.
Part of my dealership, part of the industry that we're in. So couldn't agree more that the college attracts awesome people, and then they stay and they have a great experience at Flagler College, and then they make a life here and contribute back to our community. So
I just wish they would look up in the intersections while they're on their phone. that's my only complaint about Flagler College.
I hate to tell you that you're probably not going to get your wish on that one.
A 4-way stop, and they don't even look up. It's like they're like Mr. Magoo walking like. I was like, okay, I don't know what's in that phone that has them tranced that way, but you just walked in traffic. So,
that happens for sure.
True. So with the dealership, you guys have this beautiful complex out there. What is something? There's always something exciting happening at Bozard. What's something exciting that it's coming our way, or that has really taken off? I mean, you guys have just a beautiful complex out there.
So, I hate to be a disappointment on this one. I think I said it at the beginning of this year that Bo and I had a pact that we were not building anything this year.
But you always have new programs.
While we have had years and years and years of those, like, Grace, we're so excited. Guess what we're doing? This year we were like, we are not building anything.
You have to relax.
So we haven't built anything. We did purchase the rest of the property out. So for those of you who are familiar, they tore down the old outlet mall, except the Saks building. And then they've built an apartment complex. The folks that bought that 10 or 12, 14 acres where the mall building and back parking lot were the apartment complex, I think it's open or close to open at this point. And so we did buy the rest of the land that kind of wraps around the apartment complex, except for Texas Roadhouse. Number one, because it's adjacent to us. Number two, we needed the parking. But yeah, we have some opportunity. So I don't have a super fun, exciting thing to share right this second. Yet. But we're looking and we're thinking and we're dreaming about kind of what else might go there. I think part of me wants to wait. The idea of having that apartment complex there, we've been on that road by and large with the Cadillac dealership, and it's multiple ownership over the years, and then Camping World, kind of by ourselves for a long time. 2007, right?
Yeah,
we've just been hanging out on that road for a long time.
Why are they doing that? It's too far out.
And so now the thought of having hundreds of people, neighbors, living on our road. Baptist built the urgent care emergency room out there. Texas Roadhouse is there. So things in the last year look a little different in our neighborhood. And I think we're waiting to kind of see what that feels like out there with the, the number of people and what might be a business opportunity, for some of that land. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You share ownership with your brother, and it's been the business has been handed down. How did Ford help you guys prepare for this ownership? Because a lot of times in partnerships, and Mike's had a very successful story too. He's a third generation working on a fourth generation with A.D. Davis. But how did Ford prepare you two for your ownership journey?
Ford has a program, which I'm sure most manufacturers have. It's not necessarily just for familial transition, like parent to child or whatever. It's really for anyone who's taking ownership in a Ford franchise. So like if you decided to buy a Ford dealership somewhere, you would have to go to this course, you know? So classroom style, there is, you know, a short program. So, Bo and I went to it together, so I don't really know how much we learned because like Bo and I should never go to class together.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds like a bad recipe right there.
Terrible idea.
Because you guys do get
We're
along
like
so
taking
well.
selfies and like putting our fingers like this on someone's head in the picture, you know, like stupid, totally stupid.
Yeah.
So, but no, they have some programs, you know, to get you ready for that. There's a process, obviously, in preparedness. But I think for us, you know, it was a little bit of just like on the job training. You know, we had great between our dad and Mike Shad, who that's a piece of our story when he had ownership in our dealership for a period of time, and he was a unbelievable mentor to Bo and I. And probably the one thing he taught us about our business is that we won't really know always what to do, and so to make sure you have a good team. If I had to pick one thing he mentored us toward, it was to surround ourselves, you know, with a good team. Our CFO, Monty, he's 30 years with Ford Credit. And then when he retired from Ford Credit, we hired him as our CFO. So we're like, cool. Now you know all the things about Ford Credit. we no longer have to know any of those details. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then Jeff King, of course, who you know and a lot of people know around town, just has an energy for this business. And we could have a whole show for me talking about our team, but I think that's best what has prepared us, you know, to be able to operate at a high level, and also for Bo and I to get to be able to enjoy it, you know. We were talking before the show a little bit about our dynamic and how grateful I am for it. We just have a good time. I mean, it's not always easy, you know. We work and we have to figure some things out and stuff like that, but by and large, we're genuinely enjoying it. Because of the team that's around us.
That's awesome. The mission of just being a part of the community with Bozard, I think, is the thing that attracts me. Like, we get it at the end of the year, we give out Business of the Year. You guys can win every single year because it seems like any nonprofit that you know that really is doing the right thing. You look right underneath it; it's got Bozard on it. It either says Letti Bozard or Bo Bozard or Bozard Ford, or somebody from your team, because it's not just you. It's, you know, you see people on your team on those lists too. How do you create that environment? Because it goes throughout the entire company, what I've witnessed. How do you create that, you know, it's not just you, it's the entire team effort?
Yeah. So we prioritize the participation, whether it's an event sponsorship or a financial donation or an in-kind donation or everything to a hole-in-one car at a golf tournament. I mean, just across the board, there's so many different awesome things going on in our community. And we prioritize those resources to the things our employees are participating in. So if an employee brings me a request, that goes straight to the top of the list for us to participate in it. And that's ultimately why. It probably could be done by Bo and I, and Bo and I are employees there too. And there are some things that we participate in that are specifically because of my participation, but it's not like it's not just like my desire or like, hey, I want to feel good about it. It's my actual participation or Bo's actual participation. Right. So we could probably have tried that in reverse, meaning us get really passionate and try to convince other people to be passionate about the things that we're passionate about. But that's really hard work. Like to try to convince you to love what I love is almost futile sometimes, right? So we just went the other way. We just said, hey, you guys bring us what's happening in your neighborhood, at your church, at your kid's school, at an organization that your family is giving to or partnering with or you're volunteering at. Go bring us those and let us take our resources and put them there. And that over the years has created what you're talking about, where you see our employees like taking the lead. I've got employees that sit on boards, not just Bo and I, right? And Jeff. We've got employees that run their own fundraiser for something, like they're the actual person heading up and you know, implementing the fundraiser and things like that. So I think just us supporting them and letting it start with them versus it start with us. And then we try to get them to, you know, participate because we know it's good. We go the other direction. We start with them and then we participate.
Yeah.
And it's been a cool ride. It's awesome to see what they're passionate about, you know?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
well, don't
very
go
cool.
anywhere. We got to pay some other bills too. So we have some gas report, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. We've got Owens on South Ponce at $2.77. Sunoco's at South Ponce at $2.77. Shell at $2.16. Ponce de Leon Boulevard is also $2.77, and so is the Shell at 146 King Street. Gate on US 1 North is $2.78. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce is $2.82. Gate at Mizell Road is $2.99. Circle K US 1 North is $2.99. Circle K 207 is $3.01. That Gas Buddy Gas Report brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. We've got live music today. Jim Lamb's at Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Showers at Trade Winds at 1 o'clock. Damon Slaughter's at Ben 39 at 2 o'clock. Reggie Starrett's at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Zaza Flamenca is at Casa Monica at 5 o'clock. Carpetbaggers are at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. Benny Jacobs is at Ties at 5. We've got Clayton Bush at Trade Winds at 5. Dewey Vaya is at Ann O'Malley's at 6 o'clock. Christian Powers is at Casa Divino 57 at 6 o'clock. Gary Douglas Campbell's at O.C. White's at 6 o'clock. Sat Sung is at Colonial Oak at 6 o'clock. Von Kaiser's at Salt Life at 6 o'clock. Trivia with Troy and Blake is at Amici's at 7 o'clock tonight. And Will Evans is closing out the night at Cafe 11 at 8 o'clock.
And Aiden's with us tonight too.
Aiden also?
We have Aiden with us also.
All right.
So.
That music report brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction. Voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. We don't do trends when we have interviews, but we still have a sponsor we want to thank. Facial Rejuvenation Center, ready to look as young as you feel. At Facial Rejuvenation Center in St. Augustine, they specialize in natural, lasting results. Whether you're considering Botox, fillers, advanced skin treatments, or facial surgery, their expert team tailors every experience to your unique beauty goals. For more than 21 years, the Facial Rejuvenation Center has proudly served the local community, offering a wide range of services, including chemical peels, microneedling, dermaplaning, radio frequency treatments, laser hair removal, and more. Discover renewed confidence in a warm professional setting because you deserve to love the face you see in the mirror. Call 904-810-5434 or visit frcenter.com to book your consultation today. All right.
Woohoo, you nailed that.
We paid the bill.
Crushed that.
We did it.
You crushed
We're here.
that.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
I was mentioning just to kind of wrap that up. The last time I saw you was at a fundraising event, and
That's when most people see me these days.
both there together, and I see your name all over town more often than not at a sponsorship form. And so, as a member of the community, I just want to thank you and your family for taking that time to not only give the money, but you do show up, you do serve, you are there to help, generally to help.
Well, thank you.
And she beat us as the auctioneers this year.
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I really bring my A game at the St. Augustine Youth Services Trade Winds auction. But listen, and thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot to me. I have to just tell you, I show up at these because of Scarlett's and being under the table. You guys, listen, most people at their fundraisers these days, it's like a happy hour. You get to see all your friends. You get to have some drinks. Exactly. And so that's just right in my wheelhouse. Everyone's like, thank you so much for coming to all these. I'm like, I'm having fun. I'm here for the happy hour.
Glad to help. Happy hours also.
He said open bar. By the way, Saturday's an open bar. And there are still 20 tickets available.
Okay.
Ellen called me last night and said, we still have tickets. What? I was like, you told me we were sold out.
All right.
So we still have tickets. So contact me if you guys want to go to the
gala. Or a light up night.
Is it gala or gala?
Depends on
I say
where
gala.
You're from, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. Tomato. I say gala.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if you say gala, you got to put your pinky in.
Yeah, I
I'm
say
a whiskey
gala.
drinker, so I think it's a gala to me.
It's a gala. Sounds like a storm on the water. Gala.
Yeah. Gale force wind.
For sure.
But Letti, you guys have been just a part of the community for so long. What is one of the trends in the automotive? I think last time we were here, we were worried about tariffs, and the time before that, we were worried about the chips coming from China. And is there a trend right now, or has things settled down? Or is it now okay? Everyone's concerned about interest rates. So what is one of the trends right now in your business?
I think that it's affordability.
Okay.
A lot of the auto manufacturers, that's the number one thing on their plate. So therefore it becomes the number one thing on our plate, right? Mm-hmm. Ford especially. We, few years back, many years back at this point, Ford made a really strategic decision, which was the right decision at the time, to kind of get out of the sedan car market. They did away with the Taurus and the Fusion and the Focus and those cars, and went more toward the SUV, which at the time was the right was the right strategic decision for them. That's what customers were buying, right? Yeah. Most people were buying, even for their first car, they wanted that little crossover with a little cargo space in the back and, things like that. But that has created over time an affordability, issue. You can't come to a Ford dealership right now and buy a new $25,000 car. We don't have one, right? I don't even know if we have a $30,000 new car right now. So the manufacturers are working on that, but that they can't change overnight. They have to build factories and get talk about layered processes, right? For if Ford decides today, man, we really have to we have to build a small car. We'll see it in a couple of years, right? They can make the decision to pivot today, but it takes them years to be able to actually react to something like that, while we have to react to it right now. So because there's people in our community that we want to be able to service for the vehicles that they need. So one of the things I talked a little bit about when I was here earlier in the year was our focus on more affordable used cars. That typically has not been our wheelhouse. We've got people buying these expensive trucks and they keep them for a couple of years and they trade them in, and it's an expensive used truck when it's a trade-in, right? And that was kind of the core of our business. But we've really been focusing on keeping more of the trade-ins that are in that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 range, figuring out what they need to make sure they're safe when we sell them, right? Because that's always the concern when you keep some of those lower priced cars, is you don't want to take our brand and our reputation and put someone out in a vehicle that, isn't going to be good for them. But we also have to partner that with the fact that they need a $10,000 car, and there's going to be things wrong with that $10,000 car, right? $10,000 cars are not perfect. But close. And what's crazy is the $10,000 car of today is actually the $1,000 car that we used to think about,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty scary.
It's really scary. So we're just kind of throughout the year this year, we've been really working on what to keep, how to keep it, how to recondition it, how to sell it, and disclose properly what is maybe going to need attention. Like if I sell you a $15,000 car right now, I want to tell you, hey, listen, we know there's some things here. It's safe, but you probably should be thinking about in the next 12 to 18 months, putting these in your budget, right? So that's been a big initiative for us this year, and we're not there yet. We're keeping more of them, but and we're working with those customers and stuff like that. But we're really not quite marketing that yet because we want to get it right before we kind of go out there and say, hey, we've got this great selection of lower priced vehicles. So affordability, I think, is what everyone, regardless of what manufacturer you happen to, be attached to. If you're a Chevy person, they're working on affordability too. Every manufacturer, even, and then of course the foreign automakers are better at that than us. But now they have tariffs. So that's even the playing field a little bit. So it's just, the whole affordability thing is interesting. And I think in a couple years, you're going to see a lot of really cool new product that's going to come out in that 20,000, 30,000 range. But until then, we sell used cars at Bozard Ford. I'm looking right at the camera. We sell used cars at Bozard Ford for $20,000.
Okay. And we're kind of running out of time. So this is my last question. And so cars, electric cars, 2 years ago seemed like everybody's going to it. Now it seems like that's softened a little bit. Has that softened, or is it just my imagination that it's kind of looking that way?
It has softened from the standpoint of the vehicles that were all the rage and all the talk, positive or negative, when you're talking about a couple of years ago. It has softened because the technology, it has to keep coming to get the range, right? And that's gonna require different vehicles. So really, especially American manufacturers, all they did a couple of years ago was take a current vehicle, in our case, the F-150, and then the Mach-E, which was kind of like a Mustang-based crossover thing. But they took regular vehicles and made them electric vehicles. So that was cool. People that liked that idea bought them. People that didn't like that idea went to Facebook and talked about it, which is what happens in the world these days.
As is want to do.
Yeah, so it seemed like a lot of talk, right? But so that has kind of softened. Those vehicles are out there. People are still buying them. We sell a lot of electric vehicles, and there's a buyer for that. But what hasn't softened is the research and development that's going on behind the scenes with all manufacturers to create the correct vehicle for an electric vehicle. Has to be lighter to get the range, has to have some different features to it, to get the range. And I think the goal, what I always hear, every manufacturer's racing to 1,000 miles. They want you to be able to get 1,000 miles on one charge. Because if you could get 1,000 miles on one charge, you could actually make that your normal car, right? Outside of the conversation of whether you agree with electric and batteries, and that's beside the point. But the actual usage of a vehicle for a normal American, if you could get 1,000 mile range, a lot more people could consider an EV. And so that research and development has not slowed down. The talk in the industry has not slowed down. But yeah, the buying of them from like the newness of it piece has slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, because you can't really take one across country because you don't know where the charging station's at.
Right.
You have to really map
Whole different ballgame.
Map out, and then the charging stations, even the fast ones,
they take some time. Yeah.
So, well, Letti, thank you. Anything else you want to get out there?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Thanks for having me. Thanks for representing us well in the studio. We love it that this is the Bozard Ford studio and you guys talk about local stuff every single day. That's what's important to us too. This community is what's important to us too. So thanks for having me.
We couldn't stay on the air if it wasn't for groups like yourself and you are always on the screen with us.
I just like to always be here with you guys.
Yeah, you are always
I like to
with us.
always be here. My spirit is here.
You're like the angel over our shoulder.
Yeah, right over our shoulder.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, Bo could be the devil over our
We
shoulder.
started out the show in happy hour stories, so I'm not sure I would call me the angel on your shoulder.
Never lead to anything bad.
But thank you, and you're always welcome, of course. If
Thank you so much.
Anything
Thank
you
you
need
so
to
much.
get out, we're here for you.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
On this wistful Wednesday, I will wildly and wirely work my way through the woeful waking watcher's wise comments.
All right.
Wow.
Riley Wakeful Wander.
Wiry
Wakeful Wander is brought to you by BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy Houses. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right, so Joy was the first comment today, sneaking in ahead of Tim. Costco and Buc-ee's was at 258. I somehow lost Joy's update on hers, so I apologize. I went out and came back, and that's when I lost the other comment. So Bobby says he's going to be coming to see you soon.
I love it.
He needs a car.
He's looking. And Tim said, thank you from Jimmy Jam. You guys always being a part of it, and that's what we're talking about, you guys being a part of the community.
Yep.
So that is our comments today.
All right. Do we have a stardom stat?
All right, our stardom stat today, 1955.
Good year.
The lightning strike. 1955 in Hill Valley, the clock tower was struck. Luckily, Marty McFly knew. And that way they were able to get enough gigawatts to get the DeLorean back home. So on this day, November 12th, at 10:04
p.m.
He knew exactly when it was going to happen.
Yep.
You know, and Doc Brown and Einstein, they knew. This is the time that the clock tower was hit.
By a bolt of lightning.
By a bolt of lightning. So it, luckily they had the newspaper.
Yeah.
That told them when it was going to happen.
Well, it was the Save the Clock Tower flyer.
Yes,
that's what it was. It was the Save the Clock Tower.
That was it.
I have history with this movie.
Yeah.
This movie is the reason I got my mouth washed out with soap.
Oh, really?
Because he's late. And Doc's looking at his clock and he's like, damn. And my brother set me up.
Oh.
He was like,
That's what brothers do.
We're going to do movie lines, right? And so he leads in and he was like, no, you do it better. You do it. And my mom's in the other room and she's listening. And here I am, just like my little, 4-year-old self, just damn.
Oh, he totally set you up.
I got my mouth washed out with soap, soap.
So you have an older brother?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You have a younger brother. I have an older sister.
Okay.
So you were the antagonist. Okay.
100%.
All right, you were the antagonist. So, but on this day, I love Back to the Future. I love people busted on number 3, and I even love that one.
I love all of them. It's a great franchise. All right, that's Stardom Stat brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue. Hungry for a real Southern barbecue? Head over to Sonny's Barbecue, located at 2720 State Road 16 in St. Augustine. Start off right with crowd favorites like barbecue pork egg rolls, smoked wings, or crispy corn nuggets. Then dig into their mouth-watering St. Louis ribs, or try one of the Pitmaster's picks with all the classic sides, including that famous garlic bread. And don't forget to wash it all down with their signature sweet tea. Sonny's, local Pitmasters since 1968. All right, do you have plugs for us, Troy?
All right, I have plugs because there are tickets still available, and it is the party of the year. If you have not been to the gala.
I haven't been.
You haven't been to the gala?
No.
All right, we might have to make that happen. All right, so if you have not been to the gala, it is the party of the year. We have 5 o'clock shadow. We have great, wonderful people there, and you get to see the lights turn on right up front and not have to be in the crowd of everyone
with all
else.
The cool kids.
So, and you get to hang out with all the cool kids.
That's awesome.
So, and then I'm there too. So,
the wrangler of the cool kids. I do have an actual plug today. There's Rock the Pantry's food drive, Friday, November 14th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The St. Augustine Amphitheater and Ponte Vedra Concert Hall are donation drop-off areas. They'll be in the front box office locations. They're looking for non-perishable food items, peanut butter, canned soup and stew, canned, dried, or plastic packaged fruit and applesauce, canned beans and vegetables, cooking oils, canned tuna, salmon, ham, chicken, pasta, rice, instant potatoes, granola bars, nuts, crackers, boxed cereal, or meals. Check it out on socials at the St. Augustine Amp and Ponte Vedra Concert Halls. They're advertising for this. If you have the bandwidth to give, people need food out there. Friday the 14th, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can drop it off there.
check the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Check the dates before you turn
not
them in.
expired food.
Don't,
100%.
Don't bring expired food. So.
Blake, do you have any plugs?
Yeah, so once again, if you're looking to sponsor now for now, or have a new podcast, or have a podcast that wants to have a professional studio, you can always contact me at blake9fornow@gmail.com, and we will have a report after the 10 a.m. court hearing. So we'll see how everything goes.
So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. We've got Bollocks tonight. Now go. Bye, guys.
When.